What's up? You're here for the Ultimate Competitor.
Simple-minded.
Welcome to the Ultimate Competitor. Lance Schilling here with the Ultimate Competitor, and we wanted to take this week to do something a little different. We want to go back and recap some of the great moments we've had with the Ultimate Competitor, some of the funny things we've had, and kind of our thoughts in general on how this project has come out. I think that for all of us, it turned out way different than we thought in the beginning, and really grew really close as a team, and watching these competitors do their thing and really push the limits. We're going to take some time. We're going to go back and look at some of these episodes, so stay tuned.
All right, back, squats. 10 good ones.
What did you?
Hey man, how's it going? I'm just putting some shirts up on my racks here.
Oh! He just asked
You ever trained legs with an IFBB Bikini Pro? Not really.
Are you guys ready to get your ass kicked?
Yes, I'm definitely ready.
Y'all gonna get into it. We got my partner right here.
I'll do the pull-ups.
We got our winner. Everybody we meet out there was their first place trophy they're all waiting for.
Kind of too close to call. The heavyweight looked incredible. The super heavyweight, he was bigger, a little harder.
That's all I'm rocking tonight.
His body flows really well. He's going to do good. He's going to win.
All right. My name is Ariane. I'm here with my teammate Trevor. We're behind the pump on the Ultimate Competitor.
So my first impression of Adam, I've known Adam for a long time, going on like 6 or 7 years. And I already knew that Adam would be somebody that would be great for this because of his dedication. He's never cheated on his diet. I've watched him go through many preps. He's prepped many people. But coming into this, Adam hasn't been active in a while in this. And my first thought was, I know you can get there, but could you get there that quick enough? He was really borderline. He needed to build muscle to get into classic physique while also leaning out. And I've known Adam for a long time, and when he leans out, but he takes time. And every week he is just coming. He's either posed better. He continues to improve on his physique. I just saw him this past week in the pictures he's putting up. He looks incredible. And so, first impression of Adam coming back is, can you make it? And looking at it now, wow. And we still have 3 weeks. So it's definitely a huge change. Meeting with Ariane, when I first met her, I wasn't sure what to think. I thought almost like, is she gonna be too tough? Is she gonna be too hard? And she was very hard from the beginning. And as she has embraced this character that I told her over and over when we first brought her on, we love you, we think your body's great. We know you have the drive to do this. We don't question whether or not you'll finish. We want you to be a Barbie doll. She's got the look and she's got everything, but anybody that's ever seen her in the gym or been around her knows that she can be very, very aggressive. And so watching her mold into this different person completely, who now floats in the room instead of marches in the room. And the work ethic and that mean streak in the gym, she still has that. But now outside of it, she's learned to carry herself in that way, and it's transitioned into her posing especially. And now she just nails her posing. She's got a pro level physique going into her second show. She won Europa. And first impression to now, I was so happy to see that different side of her come out that you could always tell she wanted to bring out. That really that beautiful, feminine person, and now it's like coming out and it's just blossoming. I know Gino, he already looked great. You know, to be honest, he already looked like he was show ready. And Gino, his only thing is he's hard on himself. And that's one thing I've always known about Gino, and I've remembered, is he could be like the first place by far and he would doubt himself. And I think that bringing on and doing classic physique, you know, has given him a different lease on life, where I see him doubt less. He just wants to be better. There's not the doubt, it's, okay, this is what I need to do. I mean, when he got beat at the branch and got second place, the guy that beat him, every now and then, I always have this saying I tell competitors, every now and then a freak of nature just walks out, and no matter how great you are, that person is just built for that day. And he went up against that and did incredible, and we were so proud of him. From my first impression to now, Gino, I'll say this, you've been the most consistent person I know when it comes to training and doing your thing. You just keep getting better, and it's been awesome seeing you fall back into what you did so well back then whenever you beat me. You know, Aaron's another one of those guys that you know, we've known each other, he's done shows before. You can't be in this industry and not know each other. And, you know, Aaron and I actually prepped for a show together at one point, and he did awesome. You know, he always looked great. Aaron was always a great athlete, and he had really good determination. When he was first coming in, he was saying he wanted to do classic physique. I was really hesitant on whether or not we should pick him for that, because I didn't think he would be able to have the size and density that he needed by the time that we got to the stage. You know, Aaron's an athlete, and obviously he's capable of doing so much, but that was a lot. And we've seen all year what these shows are bringing, and these shows are bringing tougher and tougher and tougher guys every time. I swear, like every show we'd see him, we'd be like, wow, did you see this guy? You know, he looks amazing. And then right next to him, somebody else would come up. Very next show, it got harder. So I was nervous of whether or not he'd be able to make it, and now, just like last week, his posing all clicked. Bam. His abs are all coming in. And everything is just starting to really move with him. And that just shows you what consistency and hard work says, you know. Aaron, you stayed to be that guy. You just come in every day, you get your work done. Come in every day, get your work done. So my first impression of Aubrey was like little dynamite in this little bitty, you know, jacked body, just dynamite. And I think I said a joke to her, like a quick little pun like I always do, and she just returned it back, just fired right back. And I thought, okay, this girl can vibe with our team, because our team of people for the cast they just meshed so well. Everybody was so supportive of everybody. So when we had the switch and we brought in Aubrey, I was a little bit nervous of how that would change the dynamic, because everybody was getting along so well. And I hadn't met her. I basically just took the word of the other, you know, some of the other judges that were picking for people, that they just loved her. So whenever I met her, I was pleasantly surprised that she just knew how to just jump in and be herself. She was ready to volunteer for everything, made sure she was there for everything, and we have really enjoyed her. It was such a blessing in disguise to be able to bring her in. And I mean, talent is through the roof. You know, it's hard to you forget to talk about her body, because she just came in it was already so great. And her personality kind of overshines that when you meet her. And that was one cool thing about her, is that she really knows how to connect with people, and she doesn't take life too seriously. Going in, one of the dynamics I was kind of nervous about is I know that Ariane is an alpha female. I mean, she wants to dominate. And I was, with her, with Aubrey coming in, and already she's won a show, she's won overall. I was worried that they might have a conflict, and maybe they would butt heads, kind of competing against each other. And it was the exact opposite. They were so quick to friend each other, they want to work out with each other, and really each one was more like, I can't wait to see you do well. they know that there's a good chance they can be competing against each other when they go for the overall. And so they motivate each other. Like, I promise you, Aubrey wants to beat her. I promise you. And I promise you, Ariane wants to beat Aubrey. Fact. But at the same time, if they're going to lose to someone, they would love to lose to each other. They really push each other well. And
I love her.
Or we can just do it together. We'll both just sit there.
I mean, I'm just saying, we can just sit there and outlast the
We're
guys.
watching Netflix.
so we got Trevor. And the funny thing about Trevor is Trevor almost didn't make it at all, literally. A lot of people don't know this, but he comes up from Houston every week. And me and Chase had done about 50 interviews, and we packed it up, and I knew that there was a couple people that wanted to do something, so we said we'd come back to do like 2 more. Aaron Fennell was actually one of the guys we're coming back for. And while we're sitting down eating lunch, I get this frantic message saying, hey, my name is Trevor Hacker, and tells me, I've driven up here from Houston. I was just told you guys left. Well, I'll pay for your gas money. Basically, I'll do anything. I just want a shot. And I didn't really look at this guy's profile. We were going back up anyway, no big deal. So, chill out, man, we'll be there in a minute. And he's like, oh, cool, man, I'll pay for your gas. And, no, man, it's cool. And so we go in there, and I said, and he ends up saying, hey, I'm gonna go get something to eat if y'all are gonna be around. So he's gonna be our last interview of the day, basically. And so we interviewed Aaron. We like Aaron. We know Aaron's probably somebody we're gonna wanna use. We interviewed somebody else. Knew we didn't want to use him. So I walked outside to say, hey, where's this guy that's coming in from Houston? And Chase walks in and says, hey man, this guy, dude, he's huge. And we're at Extreme Iron Pro, so there's huge people there. I said, well, how big? And this giant guy starts walking by. And I said, is that him? And they said, no man, he's bigger. And I said, there's just no way. All of a sudden, this happy, blue-eyed guy just went, hey man, how's it going? I'm Trevor. And he was just this completely, but he was humongous. I mean, jacked. I think he was like 290 at the time, and with abs, and just giant, and so happy. And anyway, so we sit down and we started interviewing him, and I'd been asking a lot of similar interview questions. I knew I wanted to get this kind of reaction. I wanted to elicit this response and just kind of see how they would mess with stuff. And I wish that one day we might have to bleep it out. If we could play the joke that he told us. I said, hey, cool man, like you got a good personality, so tell me a joke. He goes, tell you a joke? I got the best jokes. And I said, okay, man, well, tell me one. And he tells me probably the funniest joke I had ever heard in my life. Chase can't even video. We have to stop because we're crying, we're laughing so hard. And we go back and he says, I know another one. And so me and Jason, we're ready to go home, and now we're ready to be entertained. So, Trevor, from then to now, there is no change in Trevor other than just the physical change of him. He is just always happy. He's always a leader. He loves leadership roles. And I was surprised at how unselfish he was, really, with his leadership roles. He's the same guy, but I just keep finding out more about him. And watching him go and watching him win a show, meeting his family, like they make sure he's here once a week to video. And he's really been a stand-up guy. I can't say enough about a guy like Trevor. I didn't know what to expect with doing this project, being it's so new and there's so many moving parts. To schedule 8 to 10 people to be at the same spot on the same day at the same time, 12 weeks every week is a task. And our sponsors were great with everything they said they were going to do. And I was so happy to see this turn out so well for them. And for them to really be in the light, and people get to see their name. Line 1 is an incredible line of products. And of all the products that we've looked at, I was really proud to represent them. That was all. What was cool about it is we wanted everything to be genuine. And we genuinely wanted to use those products. And we were really happy to be able to say so. And then, with Kobe and the Spartan Performance Meals, the hardest part of this is diet. The hardest part. And him providing the meals and the sponsorship to make this happen for these competitors, it changed their lives. And it really showed what true consistent dieting and training will do for you by making sure that they had the perfect scenario to make this happen. We hope you guys have liked following this series. We know we've just loved showcasing them and everything that they can do and what it's truly like in a prep. Coming up, we're gonna have peak week, which you will not want to miss. That's gonna be great for anybody looking at doing their show on how this is done and what to expect. And then the show itself, the Southwest USA, you don't want to miss it. I am the MC and we'll have all of our competitors out there on stage. Make sure you're there, get your tickets in advance, and make sure you don't miss this show.